I am in a Christmassy mood, so I thought this is the perfect moment for me to write a little Christmas song and have an AI children's choir sing it for me. You may or may not have seen my video where I trained my own AI model, which took a lot of work, but now I have this AI voice generator called A Studio, which is gonna make this process way easier. You have to see it to believe it, so let me show you. This is the A Studio interface. It's like a whole separate DAW. By the way, if you want to try this too, I'm giving away 3 voucher codes that'll give you 1 free month of A Studio. So tell me in the comments how you would use AI voices, and I'll pick the 3 most original comments and send them a code. Okay, all right, so let's double click in here. And I have an event. And then what you can do is you can draw in notes in here. So if I take the pencil, it's just like any MIDI editor. Or you can import MIDI, so let's do that. Do you want to apply tempo and signature from the importing MIDI file? Yes. So it created an extra track here with a singer already on it. By default, it sounds like this. Already a pretty nice voice. But the crazy thing is, if you click a note, oops, I have to change to the arrow. I click the note and now I can type something in here. So I want her to sing A, I will, and then rule. But I want rule to spread over these 2 words. So if I go here, every dash is a note. So rule is going to be this one and this one. So now I just type my next word here. The world. And that's going to be 2 notes as well. So enter. So now I've added a word to every note. Let's hear what this sounds like. I will rule the world. That's actually pretty crazy already. The only thing that's off, and I already saw this actually, is here the A from AI. If you look at the phonetics here, it took it as A instead of A. What you can do then is you go back into the note or the word and you kind of spell it the way it's supposed to be pronounced. So if I try A, Y, then you see it's gonna pronounce it A. So let's have another listen. I will rule the world. And there you have it. See if I can loop this. Drag this. Okay. And now you can choose from a whole bunch of voices. So you just drag one on. Let's just pick the next one, which is a male voice. I will rule the world. Maybe I can lower it. Let's try the Cubase shortcut. So Command A, Shift down. And it went down an octave. Perfect. I will rule the world. Okay, that's a bit low. So let's go back up. Try one more. Maybe Emma. I will rule the world. Perfect. And if you double click on here, you can blend the voices in all kinds of ways. You can add extra voices, so you can mix a male voice with a female voice, and then go in and change the style of the voices. AI will rule the world. And then if you go back in here, you can change all kinds of things like breath, air, falsetto, tension, energy, formant. That would take me a little too far right now, but I'm definitely gonna play with it. This method is actually pretty fast, but if you don't want to do the MIDI thing, you can also import audio. So what I'm gonna do today is actually sing the parts that I want my kids' choir to sing, and then go from there. You can record straight into A Studio by clicking this plus and then setting it as a recording track like this, and then you get all kinds of options. But I'm so used to Cubase that for this video, I'm gonna quickly record in there and then I'll come right back to A Studio. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of kids, and the ones in the back are gonna be doing the oohs and the ahs. Ooh. Ah. And then the ones in the front are gonna be the lead singers. And we're gonna do maybe 3 harmonies. So low, mid, and high should be plenty. Ooh. This year I'll fly my sleigh to the moon. Gonna build a real big house with 1,000,000 gaming rooms. And we will play Santa Simulator, ride our space bikes in the craters. That's why this year me and my friends are cooler than you. Okay, so now I have 1 take of each harmony, which is enough because the AI is gonna help me turn it into a choir. I do want some percussion, so maybe the kids can go like snap and clap, stomp their feet. Very professional. That should work. Welcome to my free course on how to become a professional upstairs neighbor. And then we can't not have sleigh bells, so a couple of kids are gonna have those. I don't have those, so yoink. Okay, so this is what we have now. This year I'll fly my sleigh to the moon. Gonna build a real big house with 1,000,000 gaming rooms. And we will play Santa Simulator, ride our space bikes in the craters. That's why this year me and my friends are cooler than you. We're cooler than you. Banger! Let's import everything into A Studio. Close this. Vocal to MIDI and lyrics. Convert. And now it's gonna analyze it. Look at this. It's pretty cool how it analyzes my voice. The words, the expression, the notes, of course. 1,000,000 gaming rooms, nice. That's exactly how I sang it. Let's play back, turn this loop off with the default voice. This year I'll fly my sleigh to the moon. Gonna build a real big house with 1,000,000 gaming rooms. And we will play Santa Simulator, ride our space bikes in the craters. That's why this year me and my friends are cooler than you. That's actually pretty much it. I might have to go in and tweak like minor things in the words, but yeah, nice. So let's see how we're gonna turn this into a kids choir. Go back here. I am gonna go look for a kid's voice, filters, and then I can choose kid. There's 1 kid, and she is kid vote, female, Chinese, clear, gentle, childlike. So this is a model that's trained on a native Chinese speaker. Can it do English? Bruh. I'm gonna try. Let me drag her onto here and have a listen. This year I'll fly my sleigh to the moon. Gonna build a real big house with 1,000,000 gaming rooms. Might need a little work, but I think that might be fine. Let me select all, go an octave higher. This year I'll fly my sleigh to the moon. Gonna build a real big house with 1,000,000 gaming rooms. It's gonna work, we'll make it work. Now I have to tell you, A Studio was so kind to support this video, and they gave me access to a new choir feature that's not officially been released yet, but it will be available in the future. So I have the privilege to give you guys a little sneak peek. Get ready. So this is just 1 kid, and then in this version that I have, I can turn on choir mode. And here's a whole bunch of options. So here I can add more kids, like this. Here I can position them to the back, to the front, to the sides. I can also spread them here. Wow, okay. So let's just put these in the front. And offset, that's probably how in sync they're gonna be, I assume. EQ, compressor, de-esser, reverb. Here I can go into the panning and the volume of the entire track, but I can also change the volume for every separate voice within this track. So that's pretty crazy. You could do that probably if you add like a whole different voice here. So I can add any other voice in here, and now she's part of the choir. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and import the rest of my audio, the different harmonies from the singers, and also the drum track. I'm just gonna import that as an audio track, and that's gonna be about it. All right, I fixed it up a little, so let's listen to my choir.
This year I'll fly my sleigh to the moon. Gonna build a real big house with a million gaming rooms. And we will play Santa Simulator, ride all space bikes in the freighters. That's why this year me and my friends are cooler than you. We're cooler than you.
In my humble opinion, like Mariah's here, but this one, I don't know. Anyway, shout out to A Studio. I know some singers are looking at all this new technology and they're like, now AI is gonna come for us too? But I think it's a great tool to have. As a songwriter, you can create entire demos. As a singer, you can get backing vocals, or you can even create a model based on your own voice. Let's say you have to replace a word in a recording, but you're nowhere near the studio. AI voice. So humans and AI can happily coexist, and we can have even more fun making music. With that being said, thank you for watching. Leave me a little like, leave me a little sub, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Woo!